Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
bro. That's all it was, man.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking on high school, JT, give us some of like your favorite moments. Like that can be Cummins, West Charlotte, like your favorite moments from playing high
My
school.
favorite moments, my number one moment was my ninth grade year at Cummins. We won that ring, state championship.
Yeah, with Dwight and them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dwight, and I was the young fella on the team, so I was actually playing with everybody that I had grew up watching, and was my idols in the city.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So that right there was like a moment that I still cherish to this day because, I got to play. I was a young fella, but, I got to play with that team and actually, held my own and did my part to bring that ring home for us like that. So that's something that's probably my biggest moment of high school.
How much talent was on that team, though, bro? Just tell the fans just some of the people that played on that team with you. And we're not even talking about football. We're talking about basketball. But just tell them.
Basketball, we had Antonio Ferguson, Dwight Jones, Quentin Morrow.
Crazy.
Man, it was stacked, bro. We had.
And this was the year. This was a few years after This was the few years after Brandon and them had left, right?
Yeah, Cummins was a powerhouse.
Yeah, Brandon Tate and them had just won one. How many years was it? About 2 years before y'all had won your freshman year? Because didn't he play with Dwight Jones? Also played with Brandon, right?
Dwight, Drew Williamson.
Yeah, Bo.
Bo, Stafford.
Mm-hmm. TJ Gwynn.
Yep, TJ Gwynn. He was a bucket.
Yeah, VCU. But yeah, so all right, JT, I gotta ask this stuff. So I was showing Bill, talk about this move and like what was going through your mind when you were at West Charlotte and you put it through the dude's leg and threw it off the backboard, but you you literally almost dunked on him. Like it would have been Sports Center top 10, like unreal.
Man, honestly, that was Lake Norman we was playing against. We had played them 3 times that year. They beat us at home, and then we beat them at home. And then I felt like, we might have got ripped off a little bit in that game right there. So that was actually my last play. I came out after that. But, my coach had told me was like, get you one more in. And I was like, all right, so I'm going to make it a good one. It's going to be my last high school play. So fuck it. I'm just going to try some shit.
Damn, I ain't see, look, when I'm watching the video, I didn't know the story behind it. I didn't know it was like the last high school play you was trying.
That was like, my last play, bro.
I'm like, yo, JT, like, yo, he just trying this in the middle of the game or something. I'm like, bro.
Nah, but I was wild like that, bro. I just, whatever came to me, what I was feeling, bro, I just played.
For sure.
Yo,
I got out here having fun, man.
Somebody was watching him, man, because if you would have dunked that on his head.
That would have been ugly, bro.
Oh, God.
That would have been ugly. I didn't know it was your last play, though.
Yeah, bro, that was my last play. I wish I would have made that joint, though.
So down in West Charlotte, just talk about your time down there some. Just talk about your teammates and just like some of the things, some of the ups and downs that y'all had down there in West Charlotte.
So down in West Charlotte, man, we got off to a great start. We had a tough team too, man.
Yeah.
We had, Kennedy Meeks. He was a freshman my senior year there. That was our big. We had Brandon Richardson at the 1, Jacoby Davis. We had a couple of guys, man, that we more so we had some other dudes that played football too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, we got off to a great start. We was 4-0 to start the season, and then I ended up I had to sit out a couple of games because I hit a dude with an elbow in the game and they threw me out. So it was like an automatic suspension or whatever. So that right there messed up our undefeated streak. But once I came back, man, we made a run. We ended up just losing in the semifinals to Lake Norman again. But that season right there was good, bro. And then, I was in the mix, doing all of those, hoop mixtape videos and stuff like that, bro. So, just having the camera around and, following us around, it was fun.
You just like to put people like out there, bro. Like that's what you wanted. You wanted like, look.
You wanted to embarrass somebody.
He did.
I like to put on a show, bro. I like to put on a show. Like I like to be remembered. Like, it might be somebody in the gym who first time is ever seeing me play and they don't know my name. So it's like, I want you to know my name. I want to be in the list of your favorite players, you know, whether I'm playing against a team that you came to watch or, you know, you actually came to support us. But at the end of the day, I want you to go home and I want you to be like, damn, that kid was good. Or I want your kids to be like, hey, I want to grow up and be like that one day. Like, you know what I mean? I just want to be remembered in a positive light for everybody.
I can attest to that too, because I know at Cummings, man, like you, a lot of the games, like when you were there, I mean, it was sold out crowds, standing room only, like especially those county games and like Reedsville and Graham, you know, people like that. Unreal.
The energy in the building, man, I feed off of energy a lot. And the energy in the building is just like, you know what I mean? And it ain't nothing like coming down and doing something crazy and the whole gym just go bananas. It's just like that rush that you get.
So speaking on Hoop Mixtape, JT, let me ask you this. On one of your highlight videos at the beginning, you made a little comment about OJ Mayo. Talk about that. It's something I've always wondered.
So what actually had happened was, man, I think I was like 15, 16. We was in Vegas and we was sitting down with Baller's Life when we was doing an interview. And OJ Mayo, that was one of my favorite players always growing up since I've been 12 years old. Him and LeBron was my favorite two players that I looked up to through middle school and high school. So he had asked me, you know, 101, who you think will win? You know, I'm a competitive dude. I ain't going to say OJ going to beat me because he older. So, you know, I put my little spin on it and said I do OJ. But I stand on that 10 toes, though.
Hey, I can't knock it.
Hey, even to this day, OJ don't want no problems.
Man, free smoke. Free smoke. OJ, that's my dog, though, man. For real. Respect.
So,
free smoke, man.
JT, kind of tell some people about your AAU team as well, because you played on a pretty, like, nationally known AAU team, like with some huge names. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Ryan Kelly, Quincy Miller, Deuce Bello, John Wall. There was some killers, man, that came through D1 Sports.
Ain't too many more of them, to be honest. Look, you already know.
Yeah, man, we had a stacked squad, man, for the couple of years that we played there.
And like a lot of people, I know a lot of people in Burlington know, but I still remember, man, when you brought John Wall down to Fairchild to hoop with people in Burlington
all the time.
And those who don't know, Fairchild is just like, you know, just like an open gym that you would just go to in the city, kind of like a YMCA without the pool and all that. You know, it's just like a rec. You know, you go shoot. And he brought John Wall, and I remember Cody was telling me about this. Like, yo, like everybody came to school, like, yo, we just found John Wall was at Fairchild the other day. You know, he came in with our boy JT. Like, everybody knew JT then. Look, he done brought John Wall in. Like, he was cool.
For real.
Yeah, John, that's my dog, man. I was just with him in DC not too long ago.
Yeah, you know, Burlington, bro, it's a small city, bro. So we bring names in like that, you know, everybody gonna hear about it.
Yeah, Fairchild, that's the spot to be at, man, if you go and play some ball or even just hanging out after school.
Yep, just to watch people ball.
Mm-hmm.
So, JT, let's talk a little bit about your college recruitment. Talk about what schools recruited you, who were your front runners, and ultimately why you decided to go to Wake Forest.
Wake Forest, man, that was simply because of Coach Dino Gaudio, the relationship that I had built with him just, you know, from my whole high school career from 9th grade to 12th grade was just, you know, it was just a bond and a vibe that we got that was just genuine. So that was the reason why Wake Forest as well, you know, with my teammates that I was coming in with, Tony Chenault, Travis McCaw, like those was my guys. So, you know what I mean? We had created a bond as well, you know, through AAU and stuff like that. So we already, you know, knew each other and knew each other's games. So we felt like we could go there and make something happen. I was recruited by everybody in the ACC as far as, you know, like big schools around here and whatnot. Duke offered me on the spot. UNC offered me on the spot. But It was more so like an offer on my visit, like, take it now, or,
like they want you to commit.
Yeah, you want me to commit on the spot, but it's like, I'm in the 9th and 10th grade. Like, I got 2 more years of high school left. I don't want to commit, too early. Not to say that, Duke or North Carolina were, dream schools or anything like that, but I was more so on the vibe that I got with the coach.
Yeah, you want to weigh your options, bro. I mean, you're a young kid. You want to enjoy this whole process. And me and Cody talk about it a lot. Like, if there was anything that I could take back, I'm taking all 5 of my official visits. I mean,
exactly.
That's you don't get back, bro.
Yeah, that stuff that you don't get back. And boy, them official visits was the truth.
Bro, you pay to go on official visit right now.
I'm telling you.
Oh, everything, bro. Hey, like, oh, God, I just loved it. Like, I was trying to tie my shoe for me. Like,
yo, for real.
But it was just like that they flock to you. And now it's just like, like I was going back to earlier, like what I said earlier, it's my profession now. If I don't do what I got to do, I'm out the door. Back then, you know what I'm saying? Everything was great.
That's what got me at USC, man. Is LA. That's a different type of city. And
that's exactly what I was saying. Me and Cody was talking about. I was like, bro, I'm telling you, my boy JT was like, I'm going to LA. What you mean?
I'm going to LA. That deal.
Hey, look. I don't blame you. I do not blame you, bro. And it's crazy because I literally said that. I was like, I don't even know JT, but I know him, bro. Like. I was like, oh yeah, I can ball in LA too. And you just talk about all the people up and dunking on them. I can do that in LA. Like,
yes, sir. I need that.
That's dope. So, let's talk about that song, bro. Just like, you played just like your time played at Wake Forest. You talk about how like the reason you chose to go there and everything. So just talk about you leaving Wake Forest and your decision to go to USC. Just talk about that whole situation.
So I got into made a knucklehead mistake when I was at Wake. So it was I chose to leave to get my mental together, and in the midst of that time I had started making a bond with the coaches and team at USC. But I had a couple other people that was recruiting me and stuff like that. But like I said, when I took that visit to USC and I scrimmaged with the team and stuff like that, and the roster we had from top to bottom, we got some dudes that's in the league now. So we had a good team, and then also the school it's a great school to graduate from on paper. So education, sports, and then trying to make it to the league. So you got the Lakers right up the street. You got the Clippers right up the street. You know what I mean? You're basically knocking on the front door, so your chances will probably be a little bit higher of being seen or your name being buzzed on this, this media level. So,
and
that right there.
Coming from North Carolina, bro, like remind the fans of that. Like, what I'm saying? You know how we are from Burlington. You probably
it's the country.
Went to the West Coast probably before you go out there. It's crazy.
Man, that life is so fast. It's so fast. You talking about living fast, you living fast.
Yeah, bro.
So, JT, we've had some other guys on our pod who have done this, but never with basketball. Talk about, when you left Wake and you went to junior college, and, you were the number 1 junior college player in the nation, I think. But talk about, like, the biggest difference in junior college and D1 for people who don't know and, like, that grind.
JUCO, not to say that you know what I mean, because you always got to grind on your own and do the extra, put your work in. But JUCO is one of them things that you can't get discouraged about the position that you're in because it's only temporary. Mm-hmm. So basketball is the type of sport that however much work you put in is what you get out. So the thing for me about JUCO was it was like taking a step backwards as far as the competition level. It was like being back in high school again. So mentally for me was I had to just stay mentally prepared. Like, all right, you're going to be here for 8 or 9 months. Do what you got to do here. Let's win, try to get a ring and, everything, because I am a team guy. But my mindset was wrapped around going to USC and playing back on that level. So I always tried to stay in that kind of shape not get out of shape just because the competition was a little less and I didn't have to play as hard. But, you know what I mean? So I mentally took it to the next level of, okay, I want to get back to the D1 level